Which one's better for grilled cheese, mayonnaise or butter? Let's find out. This one just have a more appealing smell to it. Ooh. This one kind of smells like, you know when you have a pot of oil and use it for deep frying and you don't change out the oil and you just kind of leave it on your stove for like a couple weeks? That's what this kind of smells like. Ooh. I've seen two methods online that are kind of debatable, and that's using mayonnaise as a spread versus using butter. So first, we gotta have our butter at room temperature. Mayonnaise doesn't really matter. You can have homemade. There's so many different types of mayonnaise though. So we're gonna be using a Japanese mayo just because that's what I have in house. If you want a homemade one, you can use that as well. If you want to learn how to make a homemade mayo, check a link over here. I'll have a link of how to make homemade mayonnaise. The thing about grilled cheese is it takes time. It takes time to make. Now you see if you're trying to grill this on a piece of bread that's a little lighter, you're not gonna be able to spread it nicely. If you can't spread it nicely, you're gonna get like a weird like butter spot. We're gonna give the chef Mike for a little bit. To be a fair testing, I should test on the same bread. So actually that's what I'm gonna do. Cut this piece of bread here in half. This is Japanese mayo, like I said. I'm just gonna put a little dab on there, just a little bit. The idea is to keep some type of fat on here to add moisture and texture and flavor to the bread. Now same thing here. And I'm actually going to use a brush, if I have one. Dip in the butter. And be generous. Be oh so generous with the butter. Now, right off the bat, I like the smell of the butter better. So you see, this one's the butter. This is the mayo. We're using a Irish butter, so it's a lot that nice yellow color. This one just looks kind of white and soft. So let's throw it in the pan and see what happens. You shouldn't hear like a sizzle. That's too hot. But it should be hot enough where it melts the butter on contact. If you listen closely, you can hear it start to sizzle. So the key to getting a nice golden, even color is to keep it moving once in a while. I don't know if you see that, but you see the mayonnaise one. It's like it's coming out, but it looks like it's starting to cook a little bit. And with the butter, you can see it too. I'm gonna keep the butter and mayonnaise separate so I can get a good idea of flavor. If you look there on the butter one, you can see where the butter goes into the bread actually. See that line of yellow and white? That's how deep the butter is penetrating the bread. I can see whiffs of the butter starting to come up already. I found the hot spot in the pans right down here, so I'm gonna move everything down here. This, the mayonnaise one is giving me like a French toast kind of vibe to it, as far as texture and appearance. Well, here's the butter one, if you can see that, the difference already. That's done already. I'm gonna take that one off. So, butter finished first. And they're done. So the butter one finished first. This is the mayonnaise. So let's look at them side by side. Looking at them side by side, you can kind of tell, maybe you can, which one you like better. Let's hear it. You can just even hear a difference in the sound of the bread. Interesting. So here we have it. We have the two different bread methods, or cooking the bread method. We have the mayonnaise and we have the butter, right? Now this one just feels a lot lighter. This is the mayonnaise one. And you take a look at it. You can see the texture is a lot softer. The crunch is not as crunchy feeling. Oh shoot. This is the butter one. If you can see already, there's more color to it. I think it's the fats in there. I mean, they all have fat, but this one just have a more appealing smell to it. Ooh. This one kind of smells like, oh God. You know when you have a pot of oil and use it for deep frying and you don't change out the oil and you just kind of leave it on your stove for like a couple weeks? That's what this kind of smells like. Yeah, it's not the best smell. And this one, the butter one, it just smells like a grilled cheese. It smells like some tomato soup and a beautiful fall day. It's the butter, I'm telling you. So let's try it. Let's try. We're good? All right, let's go first to mayo. Mayonnaise first. Hold on, I need water. I thought I would like that more than I did, but that was not great. Let's go for the butter one. I think it's that butter, grilled cheese is like the only way. Maybe olive oil. Ooh, no. So we're gonna be using the butter method for all of our grilled cheeses today. Cause this is better. Cause more better, more better.